Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs of 15th of November 2024. So let's start and see that what are the things we can add into our notes and update in our current affairs and update in our general knowledge. So before we start, these are the topics I'm going to cover for all of you in this session, and we are going to talk about these particular topics as I have like some international news, national news, banking and finance news. After that, I've got some defense news, science and technology, important days, books and authors, ranks and reports, national news, awards and recognitions, appointments and resignations, and at last, I'll summarize all the things for all of you that what we have learned so far in this session. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Okay, so first news that we have today with us is that WB, that is World Bank, approves US dollar 200 million loan for climate resilient agriculture transformation projects in Kerala. So recently, we have seen is that World Bank has approved a US dollar 200 million loan to support Kerala's agricultural sector through the Kerala Climate Resilient Agri Value Chain Modernization Project. So this is the first of its kind more particular funding that is provided to the Kerala agricultural and for the transformation projects in Kerala. World Bank has approved this US dollar 200 million loan. The loan is provided by the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development with a 23.5-year term and a 6-year grace period. So this loan is particularly provided by the International Bank of Reconstruction and Development. The project aims to help farmers adopt climate smart practices, improve market access, and promote women-led small business in agriculture. So this is another thing that has been done. The project aim is to provide the help to the farmers, adopt climate smart practice, improve market access, promote women-led small business in agriculture. So the Kera project will directly benefit 4 lakh farmers with climate smart initiatives and indirectly benefit an additional 1 million farmers. So do remember that World Bank has approved a 200 million loan for the transformation of climate resilient agricultural projects in Kerala so that the farmers are up to the mark or be ready for the climate resilient challenges, and the women are also particularly trained and skilled for the agricultural process in the state. Railway Protection Force launches digital memorial of Vellore to honor brave martyrs. So Railway Protection Force launches a digital memorial of Vellore, a website to digitally adorn a martyr's photo with a wreath and candle. So what is a wreath? Wreath, you have seen a garland of flowers, kind of a round garland of flowers that is called a wreath, and candles. And another thing is that this particular day is commemorated for the Railway Protection Force, those particular people who have laid their lives in the protections. The initiative was a part of Martyrs Week observance following the Police Commemoration Day on 21st October. The digital platform allows citizens to pay their respect to the martyrs of the force. The website honors the sacrifice of courageous RPF personnel. So do remember that Railway Protection Force has launched the digital memorial of Vellore to honor the brave martyrs who laid their lives in the protection of the people and the railway forces. IDFC First Bank launches real-time tracking for international money transfer. Recently, LIC has raised their stakes. Remember, in two banks, one is the Maharashtra Bank and another one is the IDFC. Now, IDFC First Bank Limited in collaboration with SWIFT. Now, what is SWIFT? SWIFT is a kind of a platform or a process through which the money can be transferred from particularly one country to another. So, particularly for the transfer of money internationally, SWIFT type of platform is used. And launched a new feature enabling customers to track the status of their international money transfer in real time. IDFC First Bank becomes the first Indian lender to offer 5 tracking for cross-border transactions. Service is available on both the bank's mobile application and internet banking platform, provide updates on the status of funds and alerting customers to issues like incorrect recipient details. Service is designed for transactions allowed under the Reserve Bank of India's liberalized remittance scheme. So do remember that IDFC First Bank launches the real-time tracking for the international money transfers. Fintech startup Slice completes merger with NESFB to operate a single entity. So Slice, a fintech company, Bangalore-based fintech startup, completed its merger with the Northeast Small Finance Bank based in Guwahati. Merger received necessary approval from the shareholders and Reserve Bank of India, highest regulatory body of banking in India, and effective from 27th October. Entity will offer a range of banking products, services, including saving accounts, fixed deposits, and credit offerings. Merger aims to strengthen the bank's presence in northeastern regions of India and enhance the customer experience. So do remember that fintech startup Slice completes the merger with the NESFB to operate a single entity. And remember that Slice has merged with Northeast Small Finance Bank based in Guwahati. Recently, IIT Guwahati has started a drone training campus in Guwahati recently. And other than that, who is the Chief Minister of Assam? That is Mr. Hemant Biswa Sarma, who led the BJP party in Assam. The capital is Dispur. Japan launches flagship H3 rocket carrying defense satellite. So Japan successfully launched Mitsubishi Heavy Industries H3 rocket carrying the Kirameki number 3 defense satellite from the Tanegashima Space Center. Kirameki number 3 satellite is designed for military communication and intelligence gathering using X-band technology. S3 rocket developed by JAXA and Mitsubishi Heavy Industries is set to replace the aging H2A series. The launch marks the H3 third consecutive successful flight after a problematic debut last year. So Japan has launched the flagship H3 rocket carrying the defense satellite. There was another mission that was Slime mission, and it was launched by Japan, and that is dedicated for the research purpose of Moon's South Pole. Recently, China has also joined this particular race of particularly reaching the South Pole of the Moon with their mission that is called a Chang'e 6 mission, under which they are also need to brought back some samples from that particular phase of the Moon. And now Japan has successfully launched the Mitsubishi Heavy Industries S3 rocket carrying the Kirameki number 3 defense satellite. The name of the space agency of Japan is JAXA, and it is in collaboration with Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, is set to replace the aging H2A series. Cairn Oil and Gas joins UN Methane Reduction Initiative, first in India. So Cairn Oil and Gas, a Vedanta Group company, becomes the first oil and gas producer in India to join the United Nations Environment Programme, Oil and Gas Methane Partnership OGMP 2.0. The initiative announced on November 4, 2024 aims to address methane emissions within the oil and gas sectors, aligning with the global climate change efforts. Cairn will establish a 5-year target for reducing methane emission and will transparently report its progress. OGMP 2.0 initiative encompasses over 40% of global oil and gas production, providing robust framework for measurement, reporting, and verification of methane emissions. Collaboration will contribute to the broader goals of the Global Methane Pledge, which aims for 30% reduction in global methane emission by 2030. So do remember that Cairn Oil and Gas joins the UN's Methane Reduction Initiative, and it is the first of its kind in India. So remember the company's name, Cairn Oil and Gas Vedanta Group Company, first oil and gas producer that has joined the United Nations Environment Programme. Russian rocket launches 55 satellites, including 2 Iranian satellites, into the orbit. So recently on 5th of November, Russia launched 55 satellites into the orbit, including Iran's 2 domestically manufactured satellites, Kausar and Hod. So recently, India has also particularly got the 10-year tenure of the Chabahar port of Iran. And now Iran is marking their presence in the space technology as their two particular satellites, Kobsar and Hodod, are set to launch with Russia's 55 satellites onto the orbit. The launch took place from Vostochny Cosmodrome spaceport in eastern Russia using Soyuz 2.1B rocket. Payload included 51 Russian satellites, one satellite jointly developed by Russian and Chinese teams, and another Russian Zimbabwean satellite. Kovsar satellite is designed for land observation, and Hod satellites is for communication. So do remember, two satellites are from Iran. One is Kovsar and another one is Hod. Kovsar is the land observation satellite, and Hod is a communication satellite. And basically, they are set to launch with the help of Russia. And basically, Russia has already launched some manned mission recently, and now they are set to launch some 55 satellites into the orbit. Japan launched LignoSat, world's first wooden satellite to test space-grade wood. So Japan has launched LignoSat, the world's first wooden satellite into the space from NASA Kennedy Space Center. Satellite made of Honoki wood. Remember which type of wood it is made of? Honoki. And is scheduled to orbit the Earth for 6 months. LignoSat was designed by researchers at Kyoto University and Sumitomo Forestry in Japan. The satellite aims to prove the wood is a space-grade material and understand the feasibility of timber in space. So after a lot of experiments and things and testing the fragile nature of wood into the space, they have launched LignoSat. Remember what is the name of the satellite? LignoSat. Which type of wood has been used? Honoki wood. It has been used. And this satellite is scheduled to orbit for 6 months in this space. And this is the first of its kind. And what is the reason behind developing this kind of wood satellite? So that when the work completes for the satellite and it falls down into the orbit of Earth, and it as soon as it enters the atmosphere, it burns out and clears the space garbage. So satellite aims to prove the wood is a space grade material and understand the feasibility of timber in space. So Japan has become the first country to do so and set LignoSat, a wooden based satellite, into the orbit. Public Service Broadcasting Day. So Public Service Broadcasting Day, also known as Jan Prasaran Divas, is observed annually on 12th of November. The day commemorates Mahatma Gandhi's first and only visit to All India Radio Studio in New Delhi in 1947. Gandhi visited the AIR studios to address refugees from Pakistan camped in Kurukshetra, Haryana. Observance was declared in 2001 to honor Gandhi's visit to AIR, that is All India Radio. So do remember that Public Service Broadcasting Day is observed on 12th of November. The day is commemorated for the particular day when in 1947 Mr. Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, visited AIR studio in New Delhi and he addressed the refugee camps in Kurukshetra in Haryana. World Pneumonia Day. So pneumonia is a disease that is related to the lungs. You can see in this picture. And sometimes it occurs when lungs get in contact with the contaminated water. So World Pneumonia Day is observed every year on November 12th to raise awareness about pneumonia. Every breath counts. Stop pneumonia in its track. This is the theme for 2024. The day aims to highlight pneumonia as the leading cause of child mortality worldwide, despite being preventable and treatable. First World Pneumonia Day was observed on 12th November 2009 by the Global Coalition Against Child Pneumonia. So do remember the World Pneumonia Day is observed on 12th of November. And this day is particularly dedicated to Pneumonia Day, and every breath counts. Stop pneumonia in its track. This is the particular theme for this particular day. World Kindness Day 2024. So World Kindness Day is observed annually on 13 November to promote empathy, kindness and selflessness. The day encourages action that fosters compassion, understanding and goodwill around the world. The idea of WKD was introduced in 1997 by the World Kindness Movement during the conference in Tokyo, Japan. The first ever WKD was observed on 13 November 1998 and it is now recognized in many countries, including USA, Canada, Japan, Australia, and the UAE. So, do you remember World Kindness Day is observed on 13th of November. Ashwini Ashwin Fernandez presented his new book, Modi Elogue, on PM Modi's Man Ki Baat to Ramnath Kovind, former President of India. So, Dr. Ashwin Fernandez, Executive Director of QS World Ranking, uh, presented his new book titled Modi Elogue, Conversation for a Viksit Bharat to former President of India, Mr. Ramnath Kovind. The book was launched at the Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya in New Delhi. The book highlights the influence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi radio show Man Ki Baat that was started in 2014, and in which Mr. Modi particularly talked with the people regarding some issues and to tell people regarding the development and the things we can work on. It includes analysis on nationwide survey with response from over 4,200 people, showcasing the positive impact of Man Ki Baat. So, do you remember Ashwin Fernandez presented his new book, Modi Elogue, on PM Modi Man Ki Baat to Ramnath. QS Asia University Rankings 2025. So, IIT Delhi ranked 44th and China Peking University topped. So, on 6th of November, the Quack Querelli Simons released 16th edition of the QS World University Rankings Asia 2025. Indian Institute of Technology Delhi secured the top spot in India with 44th position, followed by IIT Bombay at the 48th position and IIT Madras at 56th position. So this year, IIT Bombay was not on the top. IIT Delhi topped the list of QS rankings. Remember that. Peking University, Beijing, China secured the first spot in QS Asia University rankings with an overall score of 100. University of Hong Kong and National University of Singapore secured the second and third spots respectively. Remember, there is another ranking also which particularly ranks the all over university all over the world, that is THE ranking of Britain. But remember, IITs do not participate in that ranking as they do not find it to be very correct. So remember that QS ranking has got IIT Delhi at top, and then IIT Bombay, and then IIT Madras in the Indian universities. And in Asia, the ranking of IIT Delhi is 44th university. WHO report India records 17.7% decline in TB incidence from 2015 to 2023. So, according to the World Health Organization Global Tuberculosis Report (TB) report, India registered a 17.7% decline in TB incidence from 237 per lakh population in 2015 to 195 in 2023. So, there were cases 237 per lakh population in 2015. Now it has reduced to 195 per lakh. The report acknowledged the significant progress made by India in bridging the gap of missed TB cases since 2015. Net reduction in the global number of deaths caused by TB between 2015 to 2023 was 23%. Globally, the number of deaths caused by TB declined from 1.32 million in 2022 to 1.25 million in 2023. So, do you remember WHO has reported India records 17.7% decline in TB incidence from 2015 to 2023. Union Minister Dr. Virendra Kumar inaugurated Shilp Samagam Mela 2024 and Tulip brand. Union Minister Mr. Dr. Virendra Kumar, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, inaugurated Shilp Samagam Mela at Delhi Haat, New Delhi, held from 5th to 15th November. He also launched the Tulip, that is Traditional Artisans Upliftment Livelihood Program, a digital platform for craft and community empowerment. The Mela was organized by the National Scheduled Caste Finance and Development Corporation, National Backward Classes Finance and Development Corporation, National Safai Karamcharis Finance and Development Corporation. The event honored the skills and cultural diversity of artisans, showcasing uniforms made from their products under the Rang Paridhan program. Tulip aims to empower marginalized artisans, including those from scheduled caste, other backward classes, sanitation workers, and persons with disabilities, by providing global e-marketplace for their products. So do remember the Union Minister Dr. Virendra Kumar has inaugurated the Shilp Samagam Mela 2024. SBI named Best Bank in India for 2024 by Global Finance Magazine. So Global Finance Magazine recognized the State Bank of India as the best bank in India for 2024 during the 31st annual Best Bank Award event. CSCT, chairman of SBI, received the award in recognition of the bank's commitment to providing exceptional service and promoting financial inclusion nationwide. The Global Finance Best Bank Award set the standards for evaluating the world's financial institutions. So it is very important for the banks like SBI. If they got this kind of recognition, it particularly increases the faith of the people, of the investors in the who are particularly known as FDIs, and also to the people who are having shareholdings in the SBI. Apart from that, the dividend holders in SBI, and apart from that, the overall banking system is also being boost because of these kind of ratings. So remember, the Global Finance Magazine recognized SBI as the best bank in India. VD Shafekar appointed the 7th ED of Recap ISC for 3 years. Governing Council of Regional Cooperation Agreement on Combating Piracy and Armed Robbery Against Ship in Asia Information Sharing Center, that is RECAP ISC, appointed VD Chafekar as the 7th Executive Director. VD Chafekar, former senior officer of the Indian Coast Guard. Indian Coast Guard is on 1st of February, will serve as the Executive Director from 1st of April 2025 to 31st March 2028. He will replace Krishna Swamy Natarajan, the 6th ED of Recap ISC. VD Chafekar has been honored with the President's Tat Rakshak Medal and Tat Rakshak Medal for his service to the country. So these are the medals he got. And remember, VD Chafekar has been appointed as the 7th Executive Director of Recap ISC. Let's revise what we have learned so far. So World Bank approves the 200 million loan for the climate resilient agriculture transformation project in Kerala. And apart from that, the Railway Protection Force launches digital memorial of Vellore to honor the brave martyrs. IDFC First Bank launches real-time tracking for the international money transfers. Fintech startup Slice completes merger with NESFB, that is Northeast Small Finance Bank, to operate as a single entity. Japan launches flagship H3 rocket carrying defense satellite. Cairn Oil and Gas joins UN's methane reduction initiative, first in India. Russian rocket launches 55 satellites, including 2 Iranian satellites, into the orbit. Japan launched Lignosat, world's first wooden satellite to test space-grade wood. Public Service Broadcasting Day, 12th of November. World Pneumonia Day, 12th of November. World Kindness Day, 13th of November. Ashwin Fernandez presented his new book, Modi Elogue, on PM Modi Mann Ki Baat to the former Prime President of India, Mr. Ramnath Kovind. QS Asia University Rankings 2025. IIT Delhi ranked 44th and China Peking University topped in Asia. In India, IIT Delhi is at top. At second position, it is IIT Bombay. At third, it is IIT Madras. WHO report India's record 17.7% decline in TB incidence from 2014 to 2023. Union Minister Dr. Virendra Kumar inaugurated Shilp Samagam Mela and 2024 and Tulip brand. SBI named Best Bank in India for 2024 by Global Finance Magazine. VD Chafekar appointed as the 7th ED of Recap ISC for 3 years. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you gained a lot of knowledge and you learned a lot of things in this particular session. And particularly, this will help you in enhancing your current affairs and your exams. So I will meet you once again in next session. Till then, bye-bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.